Hey everyone, it's December 4th, and that means that if today's your birthday, you share with serial killer Cesar Barone, who murdered at least 4 victims in the early 1990s, and that is him right over there. Barone was born in Fort Lauderdale in 1960 as Adolph James Rode Jr., and that's a name that's sure to set you up for success. But Barone was bad from the start, stealing toys at his nursery school and was even expelled from kindergarten. When he was just 4, his mother left his father for another man and left him behind to be raised by his dad and stepmom. Known as Jimmy at this time, which is an upgrade from his real first name, he continued to find trouble at school, threatening fellow students with knives and trying to burn them with cigarettes. As a teen, he would frequently skip school, do drugs, break into homes to steal beer, and raise pet alligators and snakes on his family's property. Florida. He even found a stray monkey and nursed it back to health, then trained it to kill cats in the neighborhood. Barone sexually assaulted his stepmother in 1977 and was sent to prison for the first time for burglary that same year. Released in 1979, he was suspected of the rape and murder of an elderly neighbor the following year. There wasn't enough evidence to try him for the murder, but 6 months later he was arrested for choking and beating his own 70-year-old grandmother with a rolling pin. She had difficulty testifying and he was acquitted, but in 1981 he was caught burglarizing a home and was sent to state prison. After an attempted escape and attack on a guard, Barone was sent to the same facility housing Ted Bundy in 1986. The two were located in adjacent cells for a couple months, and he boasted to other inmates that they had become friends. At Bundy's suggestion, he began corresponding with women who had placed personal ads in a Washington newspaper. And you think the people you meet on Bumble are bad. When he got out, he attempted to get a fresh start in life, moving to the West Coast and changing his name to Cesar Barone, marrying a woman he had met through an ad while in prison, which shows excellent decision-making on her part. Barone lied about his past to join the Army, serving in Panama during the U.S. invasion in 1989, but was discharged in 1990 when Army officials were notified of his criminal past when local police caught him fondling an 80-year-old woman. He soon had a son with his wife, and they moved to Oregon, where he resumed his behavior, sexually assaulting and murdering a 61-year-old woman in her home in 1991. The next year, he shot a midwife, then raped her before shooting her again in the head at point-blank range, killing her. He then sexually assaulted and shot to death a 23-year-old woman in Portland, and finally attacked a 51-year-old woman who had a heart attack during the assault. Those were just the murders during his spree. He sexually assaulted multiple other women of all ages, including a 72-year-old MS patient. He stole his mother-in-law's ATM card, and she soon was found dead, but no autopsy was performed, so he wasn't linked to that event at that time. In 1992, Barone attempted to sexually assault his landlady and was finally arrested, and while behind bars, bragged to other inmates about his murders. Jailhouse informants passed it on to investigators, who then were able to build a case to tie him to his victims. He was convicted of 4 murders in 1995, receiving the death penalty, though it seems likely he killed many more victims. Prosecutors in Florida sought to charge him with the murder of his neighbor decades earlier, but with him already sentenced to death, they decided to let the process in Oregon play out on its own. Barone died from cancer in 2009 while on death row, never having given a full account of all his activities, and it's believed he was responsible for more than the 5 deaths that are commonly attributed to him. And this is your birthday. I hope you have a great day. Leave me a comment so I can wish you a happy birthday. If you know someone whose birthday it is today, send them this video so I can find out all about their birthday twin. And to Cesar Barone, I say, happy birthday, you bastard. It's iced tea. It's not even noon yet. I can't start drinking beer.